Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's having a. Oh God, I'm muted on Discord. Just a second. My PNG. There we go. That should work. Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's having a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening, depending where you are. We're playing more Final Fantasy today. Specifically, we're doing some Machinist quests to start out with, and maybe we'll do some MSQ progress. Welcome in, Scully and Matcha. Thank you for the resub, Matcha. 13 old months. What the fuck? That's so much time. Thank you again. So yeah, I need to get some machinist stuff done. So the mini factory has gone over like a little bit of renovations. They now have airships right here, which is nice. It's a little more of this technology shit's happening. I like it. All right, FFXIV, what's up? Ah, there you are, Nur. So it seemed that 'tis not only Joy, but her father as well, who has vanished from the city. Celestal was out asking questions, but there are few answers to be had. Rather than sit here on our hands whilst we wait for a revelation, however, I would prefer we begin preparations of our engagement alongside House Dismail. The Dismails have been struggling to restore the township of Falcon's Nest, an enterprise that is interrupted time and time again by marauding Dravanians. The signs and a steady trickle of scouting reports suggest that the dragons are massing for a significant assault on the settlement. Its fortifications are not yet complete, till we aim for the allied operation to defend these half-finished structures from the ravages of the Horde. I expect House Halton Arts shall be positioned in the front line. What?
Your PC
Squishy!
is absolutely fucked. Good luck.
Squishy, hello! How you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. How you doing? Hello, everybody coming in from Squishy's raid. My name is Neurosis. I'm a computer virus PNG tuber, and currently I'm doing a replay of Final Fantasy XIV main story. So welcome. Oh yeah, you're doing Planet Zoo. I saw that. Yeah, I love a raid gift. I think I forgot to put it in my description. That was like really terrible of me, but I got it from Skeb. It was really good. I'm really happy with it. Yeah, how was your stream? I hope you had a chill one. Planet Zoo is always like a really chill time. So yeah, thank you so much. And if you need to like take a moment to stretch your legs, Velcro's in front of me on stream right now. But if you need to take a moment to stretch your legs or something, like please feel free. We're just doing some replays. So chill. A castle? Where do you get put in the castle? Like what animals? Anyway, FFXIV, should we fight well, the dragons will be routed. Should we fight poorly, our reputation will suffer. From Lord Tettle Grinch's perspective, either result is a victory. Yeah, we're doing FFXIV today because with Heaven's Or job quests, like if I don't do them along with main story, I miss out on like actual commands. So I kind of need to get those squared away so I can actually use things in combat. I think it's going to be a little overlooking a vista. Ooh, nice. All right, for the future of machinistry, however, we cannot afford to fail. Thus have I focused my energies towards designing an attachment that will improve our chances of success. Now the problem, which I was hoping you might help me solve, is the acquisition of suitable components. The swiftest way to create new technologies is by repurposing the old. To that end, I would have you infiltrate Castrum Sentry and salvage a goodly number of war machine parts. The Garleans may take a dim view of your efforts to liberate their supplies. Oh yeah, I forgot. So whenever I do raid, during the weekends I do like raiding with some really good friends who may or may not be including 1010 and Squishy, but I turned down my music, and so I just realized that I have no backing music. I just have the sound effects. I keep the sound effects on just so I can like hear the thing happening. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let me crank that back up. There we go. Now we can probably hear things. All right. So yeah, we're gonna head over to Mordaunt. Let's go. Yeah, it's literally just like boom, boom, boom. They're working hard. They're making airships for some reason. I wonder who would use an airship in Final Fantasy XIV Heaven's Ord. Certainly. Wait, shit. My chat block. Speaking of airship pirate things, my chat block. There we go. I always forget that. Without fail, I forget to block my chat. I'm a professional streamer who always remembers how to block her Final Fantasy chat when she's streaming. I just want myself in front of it. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm all the way over here. And I'm not a VTuber. I mean, I'm PNG, so I can't lean over that far. Unfortunately, I'm just a little cardboard cutout. Your legs are too small to go over there. I mean, you're correct, but do you have to point it out? Do you really have to point it out? All right. All right, let's get over here. And who's here? Let's get care of you. God, I miss all of my full level 90 actions in the overworld. This is miserable. Part of me is like, maybe I should have gone with a different class just so everything's kind of fresh to me, rather than me like sadly reminiscing of all the moves I don't have yet. But then again, Machinist had to be it for this alt. Seems like a requirement. Okay, let's get this thing. Just simply point and shoot. Exactly, like, you don't really have anything else. Like, we actually have a turret right now that's groundbreaking. I can sometimes summon a turret. And that's all I have. Okay, next round. Who am I fighting? This dude. Oh, wait, there's multiple people. I just can't see him. Oh. Alright. Come on, come on. Yeah, so how's everyone's day going? Oh, wait, you're not even... Oh, wait, you are part of it. I didn't see the quest marker. No, don't come over here. Alright, fuck you in particular. Alright. Yeah, how's everyone's like week has gone? It's Friday, we're almost to the weekend, and I don't know, it's been a chill week for me. I've just been kind of doing work. It's still in my slow season. Some stuff's picking up, but otherwise it's not as bad as it is during my like really hectic seasons. Pretty good. That's good to hear. Like, and I've been doing a lot of like more, because you might have noticed I am not streaming like solo that often currently. It's because I'm doing a lot of like off behind the scenes planning. So it's a lot of stuff that you won't see soon, but it's like things I have to do. So a little less time for me to like do my thing solo and get some story progress, which is kind of a little sad in one part, because it's like, oh, I had these really long games and projects I need to like get some streaming time in for. But then also it's like, oh, but I also have to do these things. So I'm guessing Symphonia 2 and Final Fantasy in general is going to take me a little longer than my other games that I've played, which is not the worst thing in the world. Let's head back to Ishgard. Like, keeping busy is like, to me at least, it can be a good thing. If it's stuff that I'm enjoying, then it's nice for me to keep my mind busy. Because regardless if I'm like feeling busy, if I'm liking it, then it's like, oh, I'm working towards things that I really enjoy, and I get some practice on some like useful, like more technical skills. So it's nice. All right, Stephanie, what do you have to say? With Joy gone from the workshop, I have no one else who I can entrust such duties. Tis no simple task, I know, but I must have those components. All right, here you go. Splendid! These parts will do much to speed the construction of my invention. Now, if only Joy were reunited to return to us. Despite Telestau's most earnest efforts, however, it would appear that his contacts in the Broom have elected to spurn his inquiries. I sense an unseen hand and a sizable purse behind the sudden rash reticence, yeah. Mayhap if you were to ask after the old hunter's disappearance instead, then the Broom's inhabitants would be more forthcoming. All right, so let's ask where Joy went. I like how I decided to read. It's like I decided to like read out loud most of the lines in this game, where the way they say things in Final Fantasy XIV are not how you would typically pronounce like say things. So it's mostly me tripping over my words. Went to the wrong place. That's okay. I could just walk. Thought they meant Forgotten Night, not the actual like underbelly. Okay, up there we go. Another one of the commoners. Oh, the creaky old hunter. I hear he got himself pay in work and saw his little girl get married on the same day. The husband said to be the brother of some famous carpenter, and he doesn't even need a job to get by. Huh. Mysteriously. Huh? Who? You mean the one whose daughter caught herself a husband in Falcon's Nest? He's probably there with her, ain't he? Okay, let me walk faster. So mysterious that he would get a job and his daughter would get married on the same day. That old hunter fellow. I thought he left to start a new job someplace else. He was always cursing how his old wounds kept him from practicing his trade. I suppose he found himself something new. Okay, I think we're going back to the manufactory. I'm just gonna teleport. Let's go. Okay, it's Stephanivian. I found info. Something fishy's happening, which seems to be a theme with this place. Someone always has it up for you, huh, boy? We're able to wring any information from the broom. Yeah, some shady shit. A new job for him and a new husband for his daughter in Falcon's Nest. They've been taking on a good number of laborers and such to help with the town's restoration. Even a half-crippled old hunter might find some work for himself there. Yes, my perspectometer points unerringly to the west. We shall head to Falcon's Nest and seek out Joy and her father. All right, so Falcon's Nest, we were just here. In MSQ, we like just passed by here. Whoops, I guess I could have taken care of this while I was there, but nah. I don't need to be efficient here. Oh, hi, Stephanivian. She must be here somewhere. I mean, let's look. Stephanivian, I'm like 2 feet tall. I don't think I'm the best person to look around. Any sign of her? Wait, I found her. It's a miracle. His lordship, what is he doing here? Joy, please, I ask only that you listen a moment. Will you and your husband not consider working for me in the manufactory? I can't do that, me lordship. I can't be a machinist no more. It's best for everyone if I leave that life behind. What do you mean, best for everyone? Is that what's best for you? All I want for me is a simple life, one that doesn't cause problems for those who've shown me such kindness. I'm glad we could talk this one last time, me lordship. I'll be praying that you and your machinist get the recognition you deserve. Huh. I always thought Joy was the happiest when she had the stock of her flintstock in hand. Will she now sacrifice that happiness for the satisfaction of others? Or is that she never truly wished to be a machinist and merely suffered the training at my insistence? By arming the commoners, 'twas my intention to place them on equal footing with the nobles who seek to rule them, but caught in the throes of self-righteous ambition, mayhap I have treated them no better. Seems his lordship is having himself a crisis of faith. Might be as you could lend him a sympathetic ear, eh? I'll join you back at the workshop in a bit. There's something I want to look into first. I know how to cheer Stephanivian up. I just need to talk about how great a giant automaton would be. Like, hey Stephanivian, have you ever thought about a giant automaton that could like fight with me in battle? I think making that would really cheer you up. Tune in next time for as steampunk thingy behind you turn, steampunk. Hi Henry, how you doing? Hope we're having a fantastic one. Yeah, things getting really steampunk in this household. It's a part of the experience when you're yeah, it's part of the experience when you're doing a machinist questline stuff. Let's get teleport over there. No, wrong one. I'm alright, just on a lunch break. Ooh, nice. Hope you can have a nice moment to kick up your feet and relax. And not think about work. Tenzin, I hope you know that from my perspective, it's still listing you as a raider. I don't know when that notification goes away. But every time you chat, it's like, hey, this person came in by your raid. You can turn it off. I can? What? Well, I don't see an option, so I'm not even gonna bother. There's drama to be had. I just off the Lost Ark. There's a weird banner icon next to the cog in the Twitch chat. Okay. Banner icon next to the cog. Oh. Okay. Oh, it says it's showing for 15 minutes. No, it doesn't need to be 15 minutes, just 5. There you go, now it's fixed. Why is 15 minutes? That's so long. That's a weird default time. I have run my perspectometer through all possible permutations, but the result is always the same. We focus on preparations for the Allied operation. So we just give up bringing joy back. Should we fail House as Mail, then the reputation we built at the tourney will tremble to dust. We should have to begin again, brick by painful brick. I just turned it off because shutting up Raider never worked for me. Oh! Oh no. I mean, I've just been kind of dealing with it. It just like, whenever like a raid happens, I don't know. It usually turns off by the time I'm like, this is getting annoying. Because I can still don't stab anyone in my chat. I don't want to clean up the blood. A moment, me lord. I lingered behind in Falcon's Nest to see if I could find Joy's father, but he was nowhere to be found. I got the feeling something ain't right here. If Joy herself has no wish to be a machinist, then what more can I do? It is not my place to meddle in her affairs. Oh, I see how it is. I thought you different from them other nobles, but you're all the same. Only interested in helping commoners as long as they're doing your bidding. Well, I've had enough taking orders. It's time I went me own way. Oh. My grand plans for the future of machinistry. Have they all been in vain? We've come so far though, Stephanivian. I don't even have my robot yet. We have, you and I. Speaking of which, I had promised to use those components you brought me to build a new weapon. If not else, we have certainly made advances in the field of machinistry. Such a tangible measure of progress cannot be ignored. Yes, my perspectometer was so overloaded with peripheral problems, I failed to see that the practical evidence of our success. The path is steep and our steps are small. That does not mean the destination is beyond us. I will ask much of you in the coming days, Nur, and I shall see that you're the most well-equipped machinist in the short history of machinistry. Oh, Salem, welcome in. Hope you're having a fantastic one. Thank you for the care package. I stretch. Oh. And I take a drink. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. I got an auto turret. For you specifically, Salem. I got this. No, wait, sorry. It's an auto crossbow. Sorry. In your name, I get this crossbow. Yeah, got a crossbow. I have a turret, it's just not that. How goes MSQ? It's good. I'm taking a pause on like the main story to do job quests, because like there's a lot of moves and stuff that I still need to get from the quest line that I'm going to need an MSQ coming up. So I'm just taking care of all that I can right now. Oh, 54. This is probably going to be the last one for the stream then. Not like in general, but like the last job quest for the stream. Because I think the next would be 56. I'm 55 right now. The upgrade in Windows Me is an option. Or it's not really enough. It is an upgrade. It's newer, right? Henry, like a newer... If the operating system is newer, that means it's better. We have to upgrade to Windows ME. So it gets further MSQ, but I gotta do more leveling at level 31. Ooh, nice. You're getting to the point where like I was starting to like get really into it. If you ever want to play together, that is always on the table. Because I have this I have this alternate account that's lower level than my main. I hope your firearm is loaded and ready, Nur. We have received our deployment orders from the House Dismail. Several groups of Dravanians are converging on Falcon's Nest, and we have been tasked with eliminating the fiends gathered upon the Black Iron Bridge. Knowing Telda Grinch, and I unfortunately do, I would not put it past him to lure more foes into the narrow structure simply to overtax us. As we must needs overcome this assault without Joy's help, or Celesteo's for that matter. He has yet to return since he stormed out the door. I will assemble our remaining machinists and lead them to Falcon's Nest. Pray join us there as soon as you may. Ugh, just keep on getting tongue-tied. And we're back at Falcon's Nest. We're just like keep on going to the same part again. Yeah, leveling is what I'm not thrilled about, so I've been level 31 for a while. I am always willing, if you want to do a leveling session, I'm up for it. I always need to do leveling sessions for this character. I actually had to do like a really long leveling session when I unlocked Machinist. Like I unlocked Machinist on stream, I was like, just a second. And then like I spent like a week grinding it to level 50 so I could do MSQ with it. You do what you gotta do for the bit. And the bit is doing this shit. Ah, Nur. I feel Celesteo's departure has inspired his fellows to discard my commands. You are the only machinist to answer my call to arms. Uh-oh. And in response to this insubordination, I have been forced to deploy what few knights we could spare, myself included. They even begged me to come along. As I said before, fighting bloody dragons ain't in me contract, so they'll be paying me handsomely for their trouble. Is this House Hellenart's entire company? You seem to be short a number of machinists. We are keeping our colleagues in reserve. For an operation such as this, we need field only Nur, the finest machinist in our ranks. Ah ha ha! Your confidence is truly inspiring. Thankfully, however, there are few enemies threatening the Black Iron Bridge. Even with your sparse numbers, I dare say you shan't be sorely pressed. Have a nice lurk, Salem. Need to get through Reborn first. Also, my son got me into Star Rail since I'm an old man. Oh, nice. How are you enjoying Star Rail? Pretty much everyone I know is getting into Star Rail, myself included. I've only gotten 2 5 stars yet, and I'm grinding my rolls to get that. Like, if you roll 300 on the general banner, you can just pick a 5-star you want. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for, so I can get Welt. So... Celesteo, have you come to fight with us? That all depends on you, me lord. We found Joy's father. He's been being held prisoner in the broom. Held prisoner? You suspect there's some manner of coercion? Aye, we reckon they've been targeting Joy for a while. Her dad vanished right after he landed a job here in Falcon's Nest, and then Joy suddenly up and wed the brother of a carpenter working on the fortifications. House Dismail's behind us, or I'm a Chocobo's third cousin. Telegrinch, you cad! It's not too late. If we break her dad out, then Joy can abandon her farce of a marriage, and come back to the manufactory where she belongs. But the bridge, the Dravanians. Go. Joy is a machinist. As manufactory chief, 'tis your duty to attend your employees. My knights and I shall march for House Hallinar. Bah, you needn't worry. They'll have yours truly fighting right beside him. You'll help the boss, Nur. If Nur goes, then I'll stay behind. We promise machinists to Dismails, and we won't want to break our vow now, do we? Just one should be enough. It's fine, the story's incredibly mid, which considering the things that inspired that kind of makes sense. Make it feel like a copy of my favorite things. Oh, okay. I never expect to be blown away by stuff that MiHoYo pours out. Like MiHoYo like does enjoyable, but not like the most like groundbreaking of stories. I am enjoying it though. I think it's neat. I like it. I like it better than Genshin. I'll say that much. Thank you all. We shall conclude this matter with the greatness of haste and return as swiftly as we may. You'll find one of our manufacturing machinists in the broom. I'll show you where Joy's dad is being held. Nod. Like, honestly, I was thinking, because like every few months, even I don't like.
Thank you for choosing Neurosis for all your malware needs.
Vigorous head pats.
Oh, Squishy, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you. Enjoy your emotes. Yeah, I don't even like Breath of the Wild that much either. Oh, okay. I like Breath of the Wild. Guess who's gonna disappear off the face of the fucking map in 2 weeks or whatever? Like, it's coming out next week, right? Shit, I don't even know when it comes out. But yeah, I'm gonna like disappear for a while. And I'm not even gonna feel shamed about it. I'm like, hey, new Zelda game, I'm out. Okay, it's Forgotten Night, right? Yeah, we're going to Forgotten Night. I had to get Tia Rhythm right now before the wife takes over the Switch. Yeah, if you're sharing a Switch with anyone who's a big Zelda fan, then get ready. I'm tempted to play through Breath of the Wild again, but also that's a lot. So I'm not. I'm just gonna go in. I'm just gonna go in like immediately. I played through the whole thing on the Wii U, and that's all that matters. How's Heavensward? Hi, Stroka. How you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic one. Heavensward's great so far. We're just doing some machinist quests, and then we're gonna move on with MSQ. We're right now in MSQ. We're on a road trip with Ysayle and Estinian. We had a Legend of Zelda themed wedding. Oh shit! Nice. Yeah, themed weddings are always like fun to hear about. Celestine said you'd come. The chief will draw too much attention, so we asked him to wait at the workshop until we're ready to act. Joy's dad is right behind that door over there. We just need to convince the bloke standing guard to open it. He doesn't exactly look the stoic type though, so Gausron ought to have him piss in his trousers. Alright, we're gonna shoot someone. This is the fucking theme of the machinist quest line, is that you shoot people. Stop. Ow, what in the... You shot me! This is the reason why you do machinist, everyone. You just do these things without consequence. Please, I ain't done nothing wrong. Some fancy fop dropped the pouch in me lap and told me to guard the door. I swear, that's all I know. And how much did he pay you? Not enough to die over me, Lord. Please don't shoot me again. Remember when they had you shoot someone with a hot shot for Machinist Quest, but if you had upgrades to air anchor, it actually soft. Really? Oh my god. It was not my intention to threaten you. We really wish you to release the man behind yonder door. And should you fear the vengeance of your employer, you're welcome to take shelter at the mini factory. In fact, why not become a machinist? Then you need to take another such unsavory job again. I think it was on Shadowbringer's release. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think if it was a glitch on Shadowbringer's release, then I was fine, because I think I started playing Final Fantasy when 5.1 dropped. Because I remember I was like still going through MSQ when 5.2 dropped, and then I was caught up by 5.3. I forget, it was either like still 5.0 basic or 5.1. Because I flat out don't know what was out when I started playing. Imagine not having played this game for 9 years. I mean, how long has it been now? I think I started, that was like late 2019. So it's been a while. You offering me work, me lord? I'll let the bloke out for that. Hells, I'll carry him across the city and back for a steady wage. Lord Stephanivian, be humble, thanks. Yeah, I'm trying to, now I'm like, my brain's on that subject of like, when was I starting, when did I start to play this game? And I remember at the beginning of 2020, I got my wisdom teeth out, and I was really, really shittily playing Final Fantasy 14, like lower level content, while I was recovering. Like, I was probably I could probably win the award for worst player while I was like on a pain medication playing Final Fantasy. I wanted to get past the base game to get to Gunner, but I told her I was a tank's job as a decade or two before I even attempt to tank. Yeah, I play Gunbreaker and Dark Knight if I ever tank, and that's very, very, very rare. It'll be a very, very long way until I'm confident in the role. And honestly, I actually did my first bout of like main tanking, because I went in a roulette and we got Titania. And I had never tanked Titania, and the other tank was a Sprout who like did not know what they were doing either. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm main tanking. It was not a great situation. Yeah, it is time for Shroka healer arc. Healer arc. Played mostly tank for 3 Xbox. I'm sick of it. You could be like me and join DPS forever. There's so many classes for DPS. Tank requires so much memorization. Not so much. It's not the worst, to be honest. It's still nothing I want to do regularly, though. I just like pointing things at the enemy and be like, boom, boom, boom. All right, you've been locked away for quite some time, my poor man. Do you know who did this to you, or why? I have not the faintest idea, me lord. I was hired by House's Mail to work on their walls. When I went to join the crew headed to Falcon's Nest, some bastard, begging your pardon, me lord, slipped the sack over me head and carried me away. I'm just a broken old hunter. I ain't got money for ransom, nor does we family. Got to thinking that maybe they nabbed the wrong bloke. MS Grenado shot. What? That used to be a thing? Then, you weren't aware that Joy was wed, or that she resigned from her position at both the manor and the mini factory? She got married and quit. Why'd you do a foolish thing like that? I've never seen her happier when she's slinging one of those blitlocks. Ah, so that's why they took me. They blackmailed me and me little Joy. Ain't no way she'd just up and marry some bloke who wouldn't let her stay at the workshop. Then she was a machinist by her own choice. I am full glad to hear that. It's time we liberated your daughter from her false union. Once she sees you are safe, I do not envy the man who pretends to at the role of her husband. I knew you'd set things right, me lord. You take care of Joy, and I'll tell the rest of the machinists they can come back to work. Alright then, lad, you come with me. Machinists had 2 different AoEs, split shot, which was a cone, and grenade shot was a targeted circle. Oh! Yo, that sounds great, actually. Man, why did they take that away from us? That sounds great. I will speak with Joy and unravel this nonsense. You, however, must make haste to the Black Iron Bridge and land your barrel to the blade. At least I have a wrench. We no longer have the grenade, but I have a wrench now. I have dismantle. Okay, oh, we have to go over there. Thankfully, I can fly in this area. I think they had different potencies, also different TP requirements. Oh, okay. I guess I got axed with TP then. I know about TP. That was before my time still, but I know about it. I think the cutest... No, I got axed in Stormblood. Okay. I think it's really cute that Machinist and Dancer, and I think Bart too, that we still have MP bars, but we don't use it. I think it's just cute that we still get MP. All right, let's go. About time you got back. You find Joy's dad then? Yeah. Good. Now it's up to the boss to bring her back. The fighting has been fierce. Master Rossendahl was injured when he gallantly intercepted a swipe meant to remove my head. Bah! That's a noble way of saying that I tripped over its bloody tail and stumbled into the blow. Any road, they'll have to take me place in the front lines, and do it soon before these dainty knights get their asses handed to them. Just in case your player wants to learn an entirely new job from scratch. Oh, you mean me? Do you mean me, Henry, when I had to relearn Summoner, my main class? I remember like when they were announcing the job changes for Endwalk, when I was like, oh, I don't have a main class anymore. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. Machinist turrets used to be deployed. You could promote them to stop their auto attack from store. Oh, okay. Interesting. It's always interesting to hear what they used to do in Final Fantasy. Because sometimes I hear things and I'm like, wait a minute, that used to actually like be a standard thing that they did. Like the whole, like, you needed multiple classes to get a job zone or something. Don't remind me about TV. 1010 walking in with PTSD over there. Gives you a spire. Oh no. Remember how you used to use all your TP with casting what? That's what? Excuse me? Adults use to solve the world in Final Fantasy. Everyone bugging me about the Spire card for TP regen. Oh god. Is that it? Is that it? Yep, that it. Why would sprint drain your teeth? Why was that a feature? Oh, Yoshi P. Yoshi P, what were you doing back in the day? He was missing a few mates, but he still took care of business. Not that I expect aught less from one of me star students. A star indeed, your arrival was a gift from the heavens. Load, aim, fire. Well, almost got my head bitten off. That would have been a sad end to Final Fantasy. How'd you like that, you great scaly bastard? I love Joy. She's great. Tell one of the DPS wasn't using AoE because you'd bottom out your TP and they'd be sitting pretty. It's the pain and completely RNG. So, okay, so all the RNG got donated to Dancer then. I'm afraid I've caused a great deal of trouble for you all. Thanks for rescuing me, Dad. It was no trouble at all for— fuck. I accidentally pressed the button too quickly. Me husband and me agreed to depart ways. If it please me, Lord, I'd like to start working again at the workshop and at the manor, both. Back to work, everyone. Have a good night, everyone. Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Henry. Have a good rest of your work day. Joy, my dear, you're most welcome, of course. Neither the manor nor the manufactory have been the same without you. Aw, Joy. Me, Lordship. I don't know how to. That is to say... I'm glad to be back. Yay! There's a dead dragon behind me. Hi, Grinch. Ah, I see that even for the much diminished House Hallionart, a handful of dragons poses no true threat. I shall have to find a more significant challenge for your next outing. It would seem that you still do not understand that the knight is the master of the battlefield. I'll never understand it, though. That was far more than a handful of dragons, tell the Grinch. Do you think us blind? We know who is working against the manufactory. We know whose underhanded villainies forced Joy into wedlock. Whatever are you implying? You speak as if I recall the names of your low-born servants, or hold even the slightest interest in their common unions. Now, if you'll excuse me, my lords. It's very funny how tiny you look. I know, I look so tiny. Especially since they placed me right next to the road again in the party. That man could crush my head like a grape. Damn that man and his arrogance. My perspectometer and I shall remain vigilant, and that we may defeat Telda Grinch's trickery at every turn. The accolades for his triumph, however, must go to you, Ner. The bridge is clear and Joy has returned to us. I was afraid I'd seen the last of the manufactory. Thank you again for the warm welcome home. I've never felt as whole as I did after I joined the ranks of the machinists. When I had to tell his lordship I was quitting, I felt like I was leaving a part of me soul behind. That's when I realized, to me, being a machinist is more than just firing a weapon. It's a way of connecting to the other side of myself, and also shooting people in the streets of Ishgard. Well now that you're connected again, can we get back to working on your shooting and your swearing? There's also the small matter of our delayed tourney celebration. If it pleases me, Lordship, I'd like to do some training instead. I feel the need to shoot off 10 more bullets or so. 10 score bullets or so. Ah, of course. We all celebrate in our own way. Fire at will, my dear. I, for one, am eager for a stiff drink at the manufactory fate joined. Alright, let's get out of this fate. I'm not doing this. Yeah, good luck, knights. I'm not involved. You can't make me be involved in this. All right. What? Wait a minute, just a second. Is Fan Daniel Asahi the necromancer doing a little dance? Godspeed, sir, Godspeed. Yeah, main factory. It's always nice to see all of the different names you see in Final Fantasy. Like, you see a bunch of people with like canon compliant names, and then you fucking see Fan Daniel Asahi doing doing a dance. Once more, you have proven your worth in the machinist and to House Helionart. As for Lord Telegrinch, I had my suspicions, but now it seems abundantly clear that he has been behind every mishap and misfortune to befall the manufactory. Despite his knavery, however, our successes in the field will not have escaped the notice of the Holy See. And as our reputation grows, so too shall Telegrinch's ire. We had best be on our guard. Oh, and did you hear? During the skirmish with the dragons, Rosenthal developed a new technique. He was adamant that I pass on the particulars to you. Oh, what do we get this time? We get split shot. Okay. Oh, we got an upgrade. Cool. See, all this shit that we wouldn't otherwise get. Great. Got a new technique. I think that's it for machinists tonight. Yep. So next one is 56. Yep. 56. Oh, I get tactician there. I'm gonna really need tactician as a useful thing. So let's do MSQ now. Let's head back to Tailfeather. We just arrived there last time, so. Esther, oh wait, are you the person who gives us? I think that's the sightseeing. You give us sightseeing. I think so. This is useful. I'm gonna need sightseeing, especially for Stormblood. Yeah, sightseeing log. Okay. So I'm not focusing on sightseeing, but I am going to need it for Stormblood for something that I am obligated to do. Which you'll find out whenever I get the Stormblood, it's gonna be a while. But I will need my sightseeing log to do the thing that needs to be done. Alright, where's some dragons? Actually, wait. What's that other thing you have? Oh, Aether Current. I'm gonna just get this unlocked so I just have it out in the field. And then we'll start this MSQ mission. I dare say you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you. The bloody Nath. They're what you might get if you crossed an ant-link with a megalo crab and taught the thing how to walk on two legs. They never used to stray far from their hives out of fear of the dragons. They've gotten a lot more aggressive as of late, sending out war parties for malms in all directions. They've even taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it'd be if closer to the Nath's home territory. So it seems that much has changed in Dravania. The Nath were not wont to cause such strife when I lived here. You lived here? In Dravania? Aye. 'Twas in the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the paths of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protection of its boughs. It was then I chanced upon Hreisfilgar. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of the majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Merchamp found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees, and nursed me back to health, and in Tailfeather I remained for some time. Hence your familiarity with the locals, but I interrupted you. You were saying that these Nath were once a peaceful people? Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their home, however, they were rarely hostile. Indeed, we were even able to trade with them on occasion. They have changed then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbrush on some roundabout route. I say we make straight for Salm Al and crush any unruly insect we meet underfoot. A more direct path, then. Very well. Let us follow the trail west out the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there, we should have a fair view of the road that leads to Salm Al. Shall we? All right. I guess we'll be seeing some Nath on the way. All right. Let's go. So we have a lot of ground to cover. There's so much to see in most of the Heavensward locations. So I don't think there's any other blue markers for us. Nope. All right. So let's get started. Okay, so some bad news is the blue quest marker. So we'll go south and take care of all of them as we head north for the MSQ. For MSQ, I mean. Okay, I don't really want to hit that. Fate. Yeah, I don't want that. No, Wild Chocobo, don't. I think I can just jump up here. Yeah. Okay. I'm not reading the text on this. I'm just passing through. Because I don't really care about the Aether Current missions. Unless it's MSQ related, then I care, but I don't care for most of the time. Okay, so I'm just gonna go around and up. All right. Gonna avoid these red chocobos too. Still have PTSD from Bajda. For those of you who haven't done Bajda in Final Fantasy XIV, one of the really, really difficult bosses in that area is a red chocobo. It's a thing of nightmares. So let's head this way. I have to go around and up. Oh well. Just take your time with our fat chocobo. There it goes, right over there. Not so bad. Wait a minute. Oh wait, I'm still far away from from one of those. I'll pop it again once we're close to MSQ. Okay, so let's head north. And I'll pop these on the way. Okay, still northwest. Ignore me. I don't want to fight you. No. Oh, west. Okay, so... Alright, so... Why did I get off my mount? Okay, let's head up here, because I think... yeah, this way. No, this isn't it. I have to go around the other way. This... No, it's not it. I have to get up here, but yeah, I have to go the long way. I don't have flying yet. I can't... I mean, I won't be able to have flying at all if I can't get up there. So I think I just have to go a little bit more north. Ah, there's a sightseeing point. That's what a sightseeing point looks like. You don't really see them until Heavensward, because the points in A Realm Reborn like have so many restrictions to them that you can't see them unless you're like actively hunting for them. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I think I have most of the sightseeing stuff done except for Rumborn. I have none of those on my main account. Because it's as specific as like, hey, you need to be there. You need to be at this specific spot during this weather at this time of the day. So you literally have to like keep track of all of those different factors and just pray that one day you'll be lucky enough to see it. Okay, so south. Okay, so I'm gonna get up here and I'll grab that last one. No, don't look at me. It's illegal to perceive me when I'm just trying to get things done. Okay, let's see. This one. Yeah, okay, so next time we're in Tailfeather, which I believe we'll be returning to along MSQ. Don't look at me. Then we'll grab it. I think that requires flying, because there's not a way to get up there without. Yeah, that's a flying sightseeing point. Okay, southwest. This is really close. I'm just gonna see if I can just grab it real quick. Yep, there it is. Let's go. Right along our path. All right, here we go. Where's the next one? Okay, this is a westward bound one, so I might be able to take care of this one too, because we're heading west here right now. Ooh, so those of you who don't know, I've been doing some exercising lately. I've been going to the gym like 3 times a week after work and going on the treadmill for a while. And while I'm on the treadmill, I watch anime, and I've been watching. So like for the past like while, I've been like watching Fruits Basket, but now I've finally run out of that stuff. So now I'm watching Art, which is an anime adaptation of a manga that I really like. It's about like doing art pieces in the middle of the Renaissance era. So I read a bunch of it. And I don't know, the anime like has been skipping so much stuff that it's like, oh, I watched an episode today that almost felt like they realized the mistake they made with like, oh, we shouldn't have skipped over that story. Now we have to explain this. So it makes sense in the chapter we're adapting now. There's like there's like, not an important character, but like a side character that like helps out the main character sometimes. And they didn't adapt her introductory chapter. So like randomly at the beginning of one episode, like Art's just sitting with this girl and they just like give you the information of like, hey, this is my best friend. I teach her how to read. Anyway, let's get back to the plot. Like, it was such a funny attempt at like trying to explain who this person is, while like sidestepping over the fact that they didn't bother introducing this character before. It almost feels like they should have just like written her out. Because like if you're not gonna give this character the time to be introduced and like integrate her into the story, then you might as well just not bother, because now it's obvious to people who even haven't read the manga that this person is kind of coming out of nowhere. Okay, so I'm getting faster. I'm getting further away, so I need to... Once I'm heading in this direction, I'll be going. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this fate. Don't sign me up for it. I'd rather not. Okay, so we're gonna go up here. Ah. Can I get up here? I just want to get up here. Okay, I'll get this one dead first. Come on, come on, come on. This is a cutscene. Should we chance to meet Marchamp again, remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect the Nath, I doubt we would be standing here. Amid the ruins I would tentatively describe as Ishgardian, the style, if not quite identical, betrays a definite resemblance. You have a scholar's eye, Master Alfino. This structure, in fact, over 1,000 years old. It is a remnant of the age when our ancestors and dragon kind lived together in peace. You claim this as evidence of our harmonious past. I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics in honor of your Dravanian masters. The rubble inspires no such awe in me. Stubborn fool, how desperately you cling to false teachings by your beloved Holy See. Enough, both of you. You threaten the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. Ner, pray reason with these two. Set aside your differences. I can just grunt. Set aside your differences for now. White, lest you forget. Our goal is to prevent a war which will claim the lives of Dravanians and Ishgardians alike. If we are to accomplish this, we must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Ner's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Astidian. You would have me keep my counsel until Ner's visions confirm the truth. Very well, but bates me not. Our meeting with Gracevilgar will likely provide the catalyst Ner's gift requires, as it did mine. Let us press on. Okay, I think we get a cool shirt. Dragons in the sky and Nath upon the ground. One must needs sprout eyes in the back of one's head to survive this land. These ants manned bold to bring their war to the dragon's footsteps. Mayhap we should invite them to man the walls of Ishgard. Oh. Spy you the 3 great towers to the west. Ishgardians know them as Annex Treen. The place serves as a roost for Gracevilgar's lesser kindred. If we are to reach the peak of Solm All, we must first beseech these dragons to open the way, but do not be disheartened. The one who leads them is a friend. I'm rather more concerned as the disposition of the Nath. Let us survey the approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. All right. This is still west. So I don't think I'm gonna bother popping Aether Currents. I might. So let's keep heading south. Oh, it's okay. The closest one is now south. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this is really, really south. So this is definitely gonna. Yuki. Hi, Yuki. How you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic one. Let me start my timer. Let's see. Hi, Yuki. Awfully proud of yourself. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, Kapow. So I wonder... Southeast. Oh, so I'm going a little further away than Kupo. Thank you for your service, Yuki. Kupo. I'll grab this one to the southeast then, Kupo. It's not as far as I think it is, Kupo. You can never hate the Moogles, Kupo. You can never hate the Moogles. We might even meet the Moogles coming up, Kupo. I think we're getting close to where we see the Moogles, like their lair, Kupo. So the redeem will be especially like timely, Kupo. Wait, is this in the lair, Kupo? I have to do some infiltration, Kupo, to get this, Kupo. I think so, Kupo. Oh no, Kupo. Yeah, it's in here, Kupo. Just as I predicted, Kupo. Yuki's a master, Kupo. Always knows what's up, Kupo. So I really want to get this this point. I know we're gonna come here later, Kupo, but honestly, I don't think that it happens soon, Kupo. I'm just gonna run. And whoever follows me to the 8th rate point will just deal with it, Kupo. I know it's over here, Kupo. Alright, Kupo. So far, so good, Kupo. Not a lot of people are following me around, Kupo. There we go, Kupo. Ah, thank you, Kupo. I was trying to avoid it, Kupo. We'll take care of this, Kupo. No, don't look over here, Kupo. Go, Kupo. Alright, there we go, Kupo. Let's grab this and get the hell out of here, Kupo. Where's the next one, Kupo? Okay, this is really far then, so I don't have to worry too much right now, Kupo. Easy peasy, exactly, easy peasy, Kupo. I'm just gonna drop out of here, Kupo. Now that I did what I need to do, Kupo. Let's head over to MSQ, Kupo. Yeah, I don't remember if you go into the Nats hideout in MSQ proper for this one, Kupo. Like in what by MSQ proper I mean 3.0, Kupo. I know you visit them at a later point, but I'm not sure if it happens during 3.0, Kupo. So grabbing that right now probably will make things faster than us, Kupo. It is really far. It is definitely up in this area, Kupo. Yeah, we have to like go all around here, Kupo. We can't. I think there's a big like rift of mountains right here, Kupo. Oh, there's another sightseeing point we can't access right now, Kupo. You need flying to get up there, Kupo. This would seem the enemy of mine enemy is also mine enemy, Kupo. The Noth are fast becoming a nuisance, Kupo. You seem to plague her every step, Kupo. 'Tis as I feared, Kupo. The road ahead is teeming with Nath soldiers, Kupo. Oh, that's it. Thank you again for the redeem. I am now free. Rashab did not exaggerate then. These beastmen have grown brazen indeed if they would threaten the dragon so openly. They intend to assault the lair itself. I pray they do not. Mighty though my Dravanian friends are, they are yet vulnerable to the Nath's muskets. There's no route save for one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. Right, so I guess we're gonna fight some more Nath on the way. There's so many of them. Why there's so many? Okay, only 2 this time. And then we'll take care of this guy. Oh, Wait, I spoke too soon. There's more. God damn it. Thankfully, I also have a gun. Fuck you. Right. Next one's up. Who wants their ass kicked? Who wants their ass beat? Sorry. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm not gonna kick your ass. You're gonna be beaten. There we go. Let's beat his ass. There we go, there we go. Oh, never mind. I always speak too soon, no. I should be close to that one faith current. It's still for a little bit of ways away. I'll still, oh, there's a shooting star over there. Everyone make a wish. There's a little shooting star. A greater dragon approaches. The scale of the structure is nothing short of astounding, but that is only to be expected, I suppose, given the size of its occupants. Over here is summoning stone. That's what they have instead of chocobo keeps. Because I guess it didn't make sense for a chocobo portal to be like next to the Germanian lair. Kingdom of we hate humans. I take no pleasure in killing the Nath. It was to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on this journey. Well, it cannot be helped. We may proceed to the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance in your back, Dragoon. On my words to the Warrior of Light, I shall start no fight, only finish it. You're truly beyond salvation. Come then.
Vidofnir!
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a Nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
Okay.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight. Thou wouldst have father admonish his brood brother.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
This is a little awkward. It's a little awkward that, yeah, you have a point.
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
Estinian, I swear to God. Yo, Estinian, not the best thing to say, man.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
My sires will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Vidofnir, please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Resvelgar in person, with words of our own choosing. grant us this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
The Nath have summoned a primal.
Oh, is it this early? Thought it was later.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory,
Oh,
would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
okay. I got my timeline for Heaven's Lord mixed up. I thought that the primal in this area wasn't until the patch quests. I thought it was later, but I guess not. Oh wait, I think they like do another. I think they do something different with their primal, like in patch quests. They do this now. Maybe. It has been so long since I've done the Heaven's Word quest line that I'm mixing up all the timelines. I could have sworn that Ravana was later than this.
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed? 'Tis beyond thee, mortal. But thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
Okay.
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
Because primals are bad, you sail. Oh, we got pants. Cool. All these pants are useless to me. Taking the money. Once more, a primal rears its head, and once more the task of slaying it falls to you. Would that I too possess the echo. Oh well, so Alphino just volunteered us for the job. Like, he's not gonna slay the primal. He was like, hey, we can do this, but in actuality, I mean, this person over here can do this. I can't do shit. By the fury, must we now defeat a primal that we might treat with a worm? I do begin to see how you gained your reputation for surmounting the unsurmountable. So the Nath have summoned their god, and thus is the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? Thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own ends. After all, you did. I did not reach out to Saint Shiva to further my own ends. I desired your strength not only to forge anew the peace between man and dragon, but what a fool I am to speak of peace to you, a bloodthirsty savage who murders without a thought or compunction. Enough, I say. If the Nath have truly brought forth their deity from the ether, we must face it together and watch our hopes fall apart. All now rests upon this primal's defeat, which I can't do. However, this warrior of light over here, she can totally do this, just not me though. I volunteered her for a reason. But ere we think of confronting it, we must first study its origins. What is the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? My apologies, you are right, of course. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult with Mershamp. He knows more of the Nath and their culture than most. First, before you do that, I'm gonna get this Aetherite. Is this near here? Okay, that's still yeah, that's like way in here. I'm not even gonna bother looking. Actually, let me check our. Oh, that's our last one. Okay, see. Yeah, it makes sense. It's up there then. Alright, so that's a 2, and let's go over to Tailfeather. Forgot how few Aetherites there are. Aether currents there are, I mean. Okay, so let's turn in the Aether current quest to Meershamp, and then we'll also talk to him about MSQ. Okay, let's just turn this in. Oh ho ho, back already, are we? Ah, met with the Nath, did you? And what is it you'd like to? There's a primal, sir? Summoned a primal, you say? 7 hells. Well, I don't know bugger all about the Nath religion, if I'm honest. Beyond their trading habits, there never seemed to be much point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we barter with a small hive to the north and west of here. Outcasts from the main tribe, from what I understand. I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit about themselves, if you give them the right incentives. That sounds promising. But what exactly would a Nath consider to be the right incentives? Oh, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two. But seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores amongst yourselves. You'll want a good-sized jar of land trap nectar, a basket of Kalem fruit, always a Nath favorite, a generous portion of young Nankid flesh. Flesh. I shall gather the fruit, leaping to the lower branches of these forest giants to present little challenge to me. I shall collect nectar with Master Alphino's arcane assistance. And that leaves you to bring home the meat. You'll need to carve it from the smaller Nankas that live in the rivers. 3 big hunks should be enough, I reckon. Here's the best. Scully's the best, excuse you. Oh shit, I just remembered something. I just remembered something that I should be hearing about something today. I'm gonna check if I heard. Oh. I have a message. Excuse me, no excuse you, you're the best. No, you. So guess what? Guess what I just got a message about? I haven't opened it yet, but today I was told to expect something. You know what that is? It is the work in progress for my Live 2D model. And it's my artist mama just started working on it this week. So I'm gonna open it right now and you can hear my reaction. I always get so anxious when I get like really important like commissions in, because I'm just anxious, just like, oh my god. I'm very excited, but also I don't want to look at it, but also I do want to look at it, but I also don't want to look at it. Oh, never mind. Never mind. She was false alarm. She sent me an update saying like, sorry, I'll send you an update tomorrow. Whoops. That's completely fine. But I was like, oh, is this it? Okay, they're cleaning the sketch and the whip will be ready, so I'm gonna get a sketch tomorrow. Renti says, no, actually, I'm actually getting commissioned from a different artist for my Live 2D. And they are very sweet. They have been amazing. Yeah, they're still need to do a bit of cleaning in the sketch. So yeah. Yeah, they tease. Yeah, I'm very excited. Like I went with them, like, because they were kind of like, do you know that website called VGen? That new commission website? I found them through that. They're like one of the first batches that they were in, one of the first batches that got into the website. So I was like, oh, that means they have they use it. So I'm very happy so far with the communication. Yeah, let me send them a quick message saying like it's okay.
Antivirus alert.
What? Ray,
Your PC
what?
is absolutely
What?
fucked.
What?
Good luck.
Ray! Hello, Ray. How you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic one. Thank you for the raid. How you
A new
doing?
user has logged in.
Thank you, Matt Basu. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Let me give you a quick shout out, Ray. Oh, you're playing Splatoon. There we go. Let me give you the standard shout out too. How was the Splatoon? Hope it was Hope you won a lot of... I hope you did a lot of winning. Were you winning, son? Sorry, we're just like taking a pause as you're going. But hello, everybody. My name is Neurosis. I'm a computer virus PNG tuber. And currently we're playing a replay of Final Fantasy XIV main story. So we're going through the main story of Heavensward. I'm reading all of the lines that aren't voiced. So it's a lot of reading out loud. So logs in and stocks internet Final Fantasy. I mean, would it be the first time? For in general. Yeah. Sorry, I just got an update from my live 2D artist, so I'm just like messaging it back about something. But yeah, if anyone needs to take a short break, like feel free to kick your feet up, relax, go stretch your legs if you need to. We're just having a nice time reliving some story content. Hey. Okay. Have a good rest of the day. All right, there we go. All right, we're good. All right, once you got everything together, you need to set down what you call the trading post. Here, I'll mark that spot in your map right now. You've been most kind, Master Marchand. Well then, let us attend to our respective tasks and reconvene at the trading post. I need hardly add that the last one there is a rotten Nanka egg. Shut the fuck up, Alfino. I don't need this from you. Okay, let's go. So I need to get meat. Fuck, I still can't fly. Okay. I have to walk around, don't I? Ugh, no, do I? Do I have to walk around? I don't think I have to. Oh, I can go down and around. Never mind. I'm gonna go that way then. The most painful part about doing a fucking main story replay is having to walk everywhere. Oh no, I actually do have to... No! Can I go north? I have to like relearn how to navigate these places without flying. This is miserable. Who could have had the stupid idea to do an alt account and redo everything? Certainly not me. Can I even... I don't think I can go this way, can I? Can I? Can I? Hey, let's go. Shortcut time. Okay, so we're just right now, if you haven't played Final Fantasy or you're lost in what part we're in right now, we're leading up to a fight with Ravana. We have to find some stuff so we can barter with the good Nath in the region to get some info about like what the hell Ravana is. Because we don't even know what the fuck a Ravana is right now. I'm thinking, I know you do something with Ravana in the patch quest for Heavensward 2, but I think it's something different. I know what story it involved, but I'm not going to talk about it right now, because just in case, but... Forget if we also fight them at that point, or no? I don't think so. I think it's just a cutscene if they see Ravana again. You definitely don't fight him twice in MSQ. Sorry, I am thinking aloud. I keep on forgetting, like, the plot beats of Heavensward. Like, I know all the story beats, just don't know what order they went in. Great. Alright, we should be able... I'm just gonna teleport back. No, wait, I can't. Never mind, I can't. Right, go here. And let's talk to some bug boys. To be completely honest, the Nath are my least favorite beast tribe just because, I don't know, doing their tribe quests is kind of a pain in the ass when you're doing their tribal quests. Oh well. Okay, Sidian, what you got to say? When I set out to master the Dragoon's jump, it was not to strike fear into the hearts of high-hanging fruit. Master Alphino possesses a rare talent for the arcane arts. Should he continue to apply himself to their study, he will become a formidable mage in time. You mean a sage, not a mage. I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, but I would not have known how to harvest that without Ysael's help. Do you have the Nankin meat? I do. Splendid! I shall put this with Estinian's fruit and assemble a suitably generous-looking hamper for the Nath. These are shitty pants. I don't want... What do they look like? They're shitty. Never mind. Well, everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the Nath, I think I would be suitably impressed. Well, how long must we wait? Should we have sounded a signal or some such? Calm yourself, Master Alphino. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. Oh, there they are. Little crab boys. Click, click. Long has it been since hunters last came to trade, bearing gifts that filled the air with such delightful scents. Landtrap nectar, Kalam tree fruit, and Nanka flesh. What delectable foods you have brought for us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Come, hunters, come to our hive if you would trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are, the rancid incense keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped, stifling, and horribly smelly. But better to live in stench than be cracked and crunched by dragon claws, yes. Come, it is not far. Oh, there they go. They're just little dudes. I do like their designs. I think they're pretty unique. They're just like little bug crab dudes. I just don't like doing their quests. They're a pain in the ass to do. Yet they're right over here. God, I keep on seeing sightseeing points that are only need flying. I don't have flying. I need to do quests to do that. Your presence has been announced by the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are Vath. We are the non-mind. Click, click. Welcome to our hive, hunters. You have brought delicacies which much sought after by our people, and we are pleased. What would you have in return? Honored Elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home, and for accepting our humble offerings. My companions and I are in search of some knowledge, specifically knowledge of your people's god. Knowledge alone? What strange hunters you are! But if it is words you desire, then words you shall have. We are the Vath, the non-mind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale of the Nath's god, of the god of the One Mind summoned into our midst. The One Mind? These are the Nath who reside in the main colony. Yes, they are one. Connected. But let us begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky and into the hive, where it was swarmed by my brethren, and with spear and spell and musket the dragon was slain. Most likely it had fled battle with my kinsmen. I should commend you for finishing the job. It's idiot. Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The One Mind would always cower when the winged fellows passed over the ground, but no longer. They had learned that a battle-weary Germanian was easy prey. And thus did the One Mind decide to heed the words of the black-robed men. The One Mind would call forth our god and unleash his blades upon the dragon. Germanian lands become Nath lands. Even larger would grow our domain. But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards for this war. We of the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. Okay. Aiming. Okay, is this yeah, Aether Current. I'm not reading any of this. It's just an Aether Current. Okay. I call upon the power of a primal for the greater good. Conscious all while that I do so at grave cost to the land. I reason that as a necessary evil and willingly shoulder the burden of my sin. In suggesting that such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much, but you must surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Nath. They summoned their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their dominion. To a scion of the Seventh Dawn, one sworn to eliminate the primal threat, the distinction you draw seems questionable at best. The fact remains that my own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Nath, as you rightly put it. If they truly seek naught but territorial gain, I can only conclude that they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The stronger this primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. How lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphino, a being of whom we know not. Has it occurred to you that you may be sending the Warrior of Light to her death? No, You have the right of it, Astinian. So it seems it is I who am guilty for presuming too much. Yeah, you sure are. You fucking volunteered for me for this, dude. Pray forgive me, Nur. Ellipses. Wait, Nur need not face this foe alone. Like her, I am blessed with the Echo's protection, and may do battle without fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Ha! Do you truly imagine yourself a second Warrior of Light? Remind me, how many primals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters. We know not where this god resides, or how to challenge it. Lest, unless you mean to pray until this appears. I keep on saying less than everything. Astinian makes a valid point. Let us speak with the Vath and learn how best to secure an audience with their deity. In this, at least, I may be of assistance. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. Okay. What else? Oh, it's just like... I thought there would be like another blue quest marker, but I guess not. We are Vath. We are the non-mind. We do not hear the one mind's thoughts. We cannot predict their will. Put this idea from your minds, generous hunters. If you meet with our gods, he will have your souls. Surely you're not so generous as that. You wish to meet our god? Offer yourself as a sacrifice and you'll soon be brought before him. We mourn the loss of such generous hunters, however. Yeah, let's sacrifice ourselves. Let's go. You're generous hunters, yes? Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all Vath to enjoy. Mayhap you could bring us just one more? We are very fond of Nanka flesh. Yes, the meat of a young Nanka would make a fine paste. Repast. Hey. Oh, this is like way down there. Okay. We'll take care of the close one first then, which I think is MSQ. It's like more of the river stuff. We're already in level 53 quests. That's pretty nice. Pretty good progress so far. Okay, let's just get one of these. Come on, come on. You're not gonna live through this. Make it easy for yourself, buddy. There we go. I got some meat. Let's go. Or flesh. Sorry, it's flesh. Flesh. Man, I just had a thought where right now there's an event going on at Final Fantasy. It's not like one that I'm recording because it's a Moogle Tombstone event, which is just like doing a bunch of dungeons and collecting currency to trade in for cool mounts and stuff. I might do a little bit of that on this account, but I mainly need to do it on my main, and I have barely done any grinding lately. I have to do a lot of Praetorium runs. We vow to enjoy your Nanka flesh. Have you been out hunting yet? Yes. Another gift for the Vath. So unexpected. Yes, you'll have more of the words you strange hunters hunger for. Listen now. The senses of the One Mind are enmeshed by the Overmind. What one sees, all see. What one feels, all feel. Alert a single Nath, and the whole hive is alerted. To reach your god undetected is all but impossible. How strange must spoken language seem to those who once shared minds. It's little wonder that the Vath are by turns so obscure and transparent in their meeting. I do not envy the Ant-Man of their bond. Were every man's mind made known to his neighbor, Ishgard would not last a bell. The Vath are wont to allude to certain concepts without explanation, but I believe I'm beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like Overmind sits at the center of the Nath society, and its presence somehow allows the subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. These Nath, the ones who inhabit the larger hive, are known as One Mind, and it was by their combined will that the Primal was summoned. Those who reside in the smaller hive, however, are the Vath, or the Non-Mind, who, for reasons that yet escape me, seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond that connects their Nath counterparts. Thus are the Nath ignorant of the One Mind's thoughts and intentions, and of the nature of their own god. In summary, we have wasted our time. Not so. Perilous as though it may be, the Vath did furnish us with one certain method of approaching the Primal, as sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in the environs of the colony, the Nath will bring us before their deity to make an offering for our souls. Alright. Forgive me, but let us be clear about what you propose. You mean to say that you would deliberately provoke the Nath, surrender yourself into what you might generously be termed as their custody, and then wait until their god arrives to claim your soul? Aye, and fairly well describes my plan. You will join me in this endeavor, will you not, Ner? Judging by the great risk you took to prevent the summoning of Saint Shiva, you are not a woman to err on the side of caution. Would that I fight at your side, warrior of light, but the power of the dragon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Alfino. Ah, thank you for the hydrate and stretch, Scully. Ah, stretch. Then it is settled. Ner, it's 10:10. Ner, you and I shall challenge the guards at the entrance of the colony. Once the hive is roused, we will feign a brief show of resistance and allow them to take us prisoner. Alright, it's all the way down here. Oh, there's already a quest right there. Oh, there's more quests that I think will give us Aetheryte points. Aetheryte currents. I keep on mixing those terms. So let's just walk down. There's not an easy way to go about this. No strategy to get there efficiently. Just gotta fucking hoof it. Yeah, out out of all the areas in Heavensward, I think this is my second least favorite. I do have a definitive least favorite, but it won't come up until like the very end of Heavensward, which if you've played Heavensward, you'll definitely know what I'm talking about. But it's, I don't know, it doesn't, there are some cool places to go in this area, but there's a lot of, I don't know, it looks very drab in my opinion. Plus all the Nath stuff make everything look like, it looks a little off. Like still like this area is like really nice to look around, along with like the more mountainous regions around here. They look pretty cool. Just like the main bulk of this area is not too appealing to me personally. Not the worst area though. I don't want to fight you. Yes, I will. I need to fight some people. I need to fight those fire drones to get stuff for the Aether Current quest. There we go. Let's start attacking this boy. Okay, that's one down. Is there another one in this area? I think so. Wait, is this sail just standing there? I didn't know she stood over there. Hey, what's up? Be at the ready, Nur. Taking the ant's nest will summon no few of its defenders. Okay. I hiccup. Ah. Okay. Oh, there's another one. I'll just get this one guy too. No, 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 no. God damn it. The feat failed. No, don't pay attention to me. I'm doing quest stuff. It's illegal. I'm doing quest stuff. Don't target me. You're bullying me. Intruders, your lives are forfeit. Uh-huh. I think I have like kill something else up there, so for this quest. So let's grab another one of those dudes I need. While I'm up there. There we go. Oh. Fuck. Oh wait, it's a fire drone. Fire drone? Yeah, fire drone. It didn't count. Fuck, it didn't count. Before I speak to her, I'm gonna... Come on. I just need you for like a quest I don't even care about. Come on. Alright, come on. Let's go. I don't know why I pressed arm's length, but I guess I'm not being pushed back from this dude. Alright. Now I can talk to you. You have reminded us by now be aware of our intrusion. Let us press on into the hive and ensure that we have our host's undivided attention. Alright, let's do more fighting. I hope the queue for Ravana isn't too long. One can hope, but I have a deadly disease called Main and Madouine. Oh my god, oh my god. There's so many things up here. Okay, one's out. No! No, don't pay attention to me! Stop bullying me! I don't even have beef with you. I'm trying to do main story. Oh my god, oh, well, I'm probably gonna beef it. Yeah, I'm dying. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me for the MSQ replay. You see that the Warrior of Light has died, and thus I cannot continue this quest line. Okay, let's go. I didn't have my chocobo out, that's why. Let me get a cheeky little repair, and then we'll go back. Dang it, I have to walk back there. I hate walking. Oh, I'm doomed? Welcome to Final Fantasy. I'm doomed. Or wait a minute, Laura Arcade? In the flesh? That's... Yo, what? Tenzin, I think I... Hey, Tenzin, I think I found your wife. You seeing this shit? Yeah, well, welcome to Final Fantasy, Laura Arcade, the Alpha Legend. Tenzin, I didn't know your wife played the game. Oh my god. The plot twist is a century. If you can listen really closely, you can hear the sound of 1010 furiously typing to transfer his character over to this server. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna have everything repaired. I'm gonna teleport back over. Bye, Laura. Oh, I can get that one quest too. The upstairs. I think they're upstairs. I'm gonna grab this real quick. That way I have it for when I'm like exploring. Forgot how long these stairs took. There we go. Now you give me your quest so I can fly at some point, please. Thank you. Okay, so I'll do that later. I think we go around here later. In story. I'm also gonna go over here so I can get that other quest as well. Before I leave, I'm gonna summon my chocobo so I can actually heal me. There we go. Alright. Okay, so I won't be touching that for a little bit because that's a little far away from what we're doing. Shit, I forgot that I can't go out this way. I have to like, go all the way around. Oh well, I'll go ahead and do that quest. I'll need to level to make sure I don't die. Oh boy. What's over there? Some shit going on over there. Fucking beating up an imp. Yo. I think it's going to the same exact place as the last quest that we got from that guy. Okay. Go up here for the next one, and then we'll hit this one. And I'll probably head back here, then go up and turn that in. I really just want to fly in these areas. If there is a way for me to get flying even quicker than usual, I will take it. Even if it means going around. And it's not just me procrastinating going back to the area I got killed in. Definitely not. That'd be like a cheeky little fun thing to do, just fly into the gnat's hideout. So I don't have to walk through everything and get targeted by everything that breathes. Okay, one more. And then we can head back to Tailfeather. This one's the one that's all the way up there, isn't it? Okay, let's go up and around. Go up here. We have to keep going. Whoop. And let's wrap this up. Great, let's just teleport down here, turn that in, then go up around, turn the other thing in. And then we'll head back down to the gnat's hideout. And try not to die this time. Keyword being try. There we go. Let's head up north along the river. Okay, so I just go immediately west here. Cool. Man, I'm thinking so along with the main story, I'm also planning on doing the raids for each expansion minus Endwalker. I don't think I'm still unsure about whether I'll do the raids for Endwalker during this playthrough. But I was like thinking about like how I'm gonna do like the raids for Heavensward. Like, okay, so Alexander, the Warring Triad, I'm probably gonna do. I barely remember what happens in Warring Triad, but most importantly, I'm planning on doing the Sky Pirate questline, which I feel kind of bad for whoever joins me on that adventure, because I am going to lose my fucking mind when I go into Sky Pirate territory. And if I decide to like bring people along with me, it's just gonna kind of be like me absolutely geeking out and everyone else around me just being like, oh my god, no, really? Why are you like this? Thank you, Hunter. With these, we can arm ourselves, defend ourselves. Oh, wait, I'm not even reading this. What the hell am I doing? Give me that. I don't care. Me realizing in the middle of sentence I don't give a shit. Alright, so let's head down to the place we got killed at. Let's get captured. I would enjoy that. I would be freaking out with you, not knowing what's going on, because I enjoy people. Oh, Scally, you're so sweet. So, Scally, if you want to play Final Fantasy, you could totally play with me on stream. It'd be really cool. Unfortunately, it makes me into like a drug dealer, being like, hey, Scally, there's this like dank shit that I have here called Final Fantasy 14. It's definitely not addictive at all, and it's not free for the first 60 levels with an unlimited playtime. Okay, let's go down. It's temp. We got another one, boys. No, for real, if you are curious about playing, I am completely open to playing with you and being your Uber driver. Uber driving is very important in Final Fantasy. No! I just know with games like this, I struggle hard. Oh, okay. Honestly, this is the first MMO I've played, and like the first one that you play with this kind of stuff. Like, I guess technically I played Dragon Age Origins, which can be similar at times, but still, I have been enjoying my time immensely. And this coming from someone who like only plays with a controller, only is very like single player oriented, who isn't really used to playing with other people in games. Lizzie, you can take your time with this one. No! Why is there more? Wait, why is there even more spawning? Heal me, you son of a bitch. Heal me, Chocobo, heal me. Wait, Chocobo, you need to heal me. Chocobo, heal me. Oh my god. I have the most useless Chocobo ever. Did you know Chocobos have casting magic? Did I even set it up? That's probably it. I usually lag behind people because I usually play single player games, do things my own way. I always panic in multiplayer games because I think yeah, I get that. Like, I am mostly a single player person as well. Like, I never really play games with other people. And I do have that anxious stuff, especially with like the more competitive multiplayer games, like fighting games. I'm really not into because I don't like competing with people. So like, I don't know. And I also when I was in college, I was in the gaming club where it was mainly for like tabletop games. So we mainly like were playing card games in it, and but whenever we brought over Smash, or we like played something competitive, like someone once brought over Street Fighter, or someone once brought over like Melee or Brawl, and the mood in that club immediately turned sour. Like, it was uncomfortable standing there because everyone just got so heated and so angry about everything. Like, legitimately angry, not like a play angry, just like getting pissed off that they weren't winning. And I don't know, like that really turned me off for fighting games and like more competitive style games. Just because like I got really, really uncomfortable. It's kind of why I stayed single player most of the time. But yeah, I've been having fun like doing raids with 1010 in the group. Because honestly, that's not really competitive. Because when we do raiding, it's more like a collaborative thing. Like we are working together to defeat this thing. It's not like we're fighting against each other like in PvP. So that's like a really nice atmosphere. Like we're really supportive of one another. So I don't do any PvP except in like that one mode that you sometimes get bonus shit from it. And yeah. Anyway, what the hell's up with my chocobo? Oh, I don't have... Oh, that's why I don't have anything on him. Cool, now I have a single regen ability. Thanks, Chocobo. Can you help it so I don't die in the Nath area? Alright, guys. Third time, am I going to get through the Nath area and fight Ravana? This is my third attempt trying to get through this quest. Will it be successful? I'm not sure. All I know is I have a dog that I'm riding with. Now my chocobo actually knows how to heal me.
Antivirus alert.
What? What?
Your PC
What?
is absolutely fucked.
Hello!
Good luck.
Kimmy, hey, how you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic one. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? Kim Raid. Hi, Seishi. Hi, Kay. KHD. How you doing? Doing art. How's your art? So welcome everyone. For those of you who don't know, my name is Neurosis. I'm a computer virus PNG tuber. Currently, I am doing a MSQ replay for Final Fantasy XIV. I am going through all the main story of Heavensward right now and just re-experiencing the story. Thank you again for the raid. Yeah, how was your stream? Did you get any good progress in your whatever art you're doing? Right now we're trying to infiltrate the Nath's lair, only I keep dying, so it's been interesting. Very spooky and deadly Death Knight. I'm definitely not cute. I am very deadly, very spooky. Wait a minute. Wait, I just remembered. We did that redeem a while back. I actually am cute. I can't deny it anymore. That's illegal. You're a cute kid for... Oh, thank you. Did you exercise today? I did! Just a second. I'm facing the camera. Hey, Seishi, guess what? I exercised today. After work, I went on the treadmill. I walked. It took me an hour, and I walked 3 miles on the treadmill. Be proud of me. I did an exercise today. Let me do a stretch. Thank you for the stretch and hydrate. Woo. And not only that, but I watched anime during it. 3 episodes of anime. I did it all. And now I'm streaming and hanging out with a bunch of cool people. Anime Fog, yeah! I was watching Arte. It's like an art anime. Like a classical art anime. Which has been nice. So you're cool. Thank you. But also you're cool too. Okay, so we're coming up on the mission I keep on dying at, because basically I'm trying to infiltrate somewhere and all the enemies keep on surrounding me. So we're gonna try and not die. I have to have my chocobo out. Where's my chocobo? There you are. Okay, let's try. This is a try not to die challenge. Fuck. Oh, the one about the girl who becomes an artist assistant. Yes. Like she becomes an artist apprentice in the Renaissance era. And it's really, really cool. I actually am a huge fan of the manga. I read a good chunk of it. Unfortunately, the anime is cutting a lot of stuff out from the manga, but it's still a really enjoyable time. The manga, unfortunately, does not have an official English release. So the anime is kind of the only way to officially consume it. Consume the story, I mean. Manga cover art is also named K. Oh, nice. A connection is there. Yeah, I'm coming up on an episode of the anime where I think it's where I stopped in the manga last time I read it. So I'm coming up on like content I actually don't know. So I'm excited to see like what other story beats I missed. All right, round two. Let's go. Round three, sorry. Round three. Let's try and live. Right. Two more. Man, this is so much easier when your chocobo knows regen. Come on. Oh boy. Okay, let's get this guy. Okay. Cool. Well, I need to kill this guy really quickly. All right, let's go. It only took me 3 tries, but I finally got that done. Yeah, right now we're infiltrating this lair, trying to basically we're trying to get captured by these people, but we sure are taking our sweet time and getting captured. Oh, Chocobo, can you please, Chocobo? I'm dying. No, Chocobo Gates, no. Well, Landers, it's all you. Of all the things I think that I thought would give me trouble in this replay, didn't think it would be the Nath of all people. Let me just get a cheeky little repair for my gear and then I'll head back over. If anyone wants to be my emotional support level 90, go ahead. Go ahead and transfer over. The Nath are kicking my ass. My chocobo is not helping me. I'm gonna try and sneak mission my way in, but if nobody's available. Okay. All right, let's round 4.
A new user has logged in.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Welcome. Hi, welcome in. Enjoyed the follow motes. All right, let's round 4. Let's go. My kingdom for defeating the Nath. Actually, I'm gonna do this one quest over here. Maybe it'll give me. Actually, wait. How far am I in the flying? Okay, I'm still 2 quests away, so I think that last, because there's one quest here that this one is gonna give me an Aether Current, so I think that one more will be MSQ based, so I don't have free reign until I'm wrapped up with most of the story here. Okay, let's... I'm just like strategically making my way around all these guys. I don't want to get ganged up on like I have been with the Nath. All right. Let's get this out and we'll fight whatever comes up here. Oh yeah, I think the story here is that we were just like sparring with a bunch of baby dragons because they want to like test out humanity or whatever. I think that's the story. Not entirely sure though. Okay, let's fight this dude. And then I think the one more. Hit this guy. We'll fight him. Fight them. Alright. I think that wraps it up for... Yep, that does. Let's get our Aether Current. So I might also go up and see if I can grab the field Aether Current as well, since that's like in northwestern region. I think that'll be nice. So like the second we get that main story Aether Current, then we'll be able to fly here like with no hesitation. Sometimes when you do really badly at getting the Nath missions, you procrastinate by doing other things like getting your Aether Current settled so you don't have to wait to fly. Okay, oh yeah, this... Oh yeah. This is a really long flight. Why are the stairs so big? Okay. So I think it's on the second floor where I can go over to the mountainous region. I think. Yeah, I think so. That's it. Okay, let's turn this in. Got that Aether Current, so I think MSQ will give us that last one. Or at the very least, it'll trigger last one. So let's see where this is. Okay, 416 to the north. So it should be in this area. I hope it's not on the big mountain though. I know how to get there, but I hope it's not there. Okay. I think it is here. I think it's like somewhere around here. Where is it? I'm not seeing it. No, actually, this is too... Yep, there it is. There it is. Okay, that's our last field Aether Current. So once we get that last quest-related one, then we'll immediately be able to fly. All right, let's check that. Yep, just one more left. That looks beautiful. Just taking care of all of our flying related needs while we're doing other things. Just being efficient with our time. And also running from everything that targets us except when we're in the Nath camp where there's too many. There's just so many in the Nath camp. Okay, so we'll make attempt number 5, I think. I think it's been 5 attempts since I've attempted to go into the Nath enclosure. But maybe we'll get even further this time without dying. The issue is that I keep on getting dogpiled, which since there's so many Nath in the area, it's really easy to get dogpiled there. This would be easier if I had a tank class, but unfortunately I think I only have machinist at the right level. I could use summoner, but also that doesn't really help me. Summoner is like level 50, 53, I think. But also, okay, so let's just head down to the Nath area. Another long walk. I like how what I have to look forward to every time the Nath engulf me is that I have to take a 15,000 mile walk to get back. I can't fly there yet. What would win? A cheeky little warrior of light or the Nath? Okay, let's go down over here. We'll just drop down and head over here. There's a boss thing right here, but I don't really care. Let's drop down. Hope there's no bot. Hope there's nothing here that can target and maim me horrifically. And looks like we're golden. Okay, let's try and make sure the Nath don't gang up on us. I'm gonna get off the chocobos just so I can have it out while we're going. Thankfully, I think all of the Nath are sight. It's just that the encampment is very close together, so it's very easy to be seen. Okay, so far so good. Up, there's one. Got. Let's go into this corner so I don't potentially get seen by other ones. I might get seen by that cultivator over there. Or no. Looks like it can't see me right here. If it turns around, that'd be cool. But I guess it doesn't want to right now. I guess it doesn't want to turn around. There you go. Got that guy, I think. I'll thank you for the care package. Scotly, a stretch, a drink. Okay. Tenzin got drawn again. Tenzin's popular this stream. Keep on getting drawn. And for me too, second to 10 for me. You keep on summoning 10-10 energies. 10-10, you're just... Tenzin's just that popular. That's the key to it. Makes sense, he's such a good person. So funny too. Yeah, that guy was gonna see me no matter what. It would be really nice if I had tactician. But technically I shouldn't need tactician necessarily. Because tactician is... Tactician is like a higher level move. So I don't think I would need it. There you go. Those boys are talking, so maybe I can sneak by them. No, I can't. No. Okay, thankfully this is just a... No! My moving target by 3. Oh my god, am I gonna wait, no, am I gonna die again? Swear to god. Target. Yeah, get targeted, Anders. Get targeted, Anders. Like, I swear to god, get targeted. No, get targeted. No. Get. Man. I think I have really good equipment too. Like, what's going on? Like, okay, let me put this in my armory chest and see if that makes any difference. That's worse. That's worse. There. No, I'm still in my best gear. And I think, yeah, everything I've been getting is worse than what I have equipped. So I'm like good on armor. I don't know. Yeah, while I'm repairing my gear again, just for safety, is anyone available in Final Fantasy to help me? I don't know what to do at this point. I don't remember having this much trouble as a summoner when I went through this like solo, but I guess I'm like too squishy right now as a machinist. I knew that machines were like glass cannons at some points, but like this is getting kind of ridiculous because this is supposed to be kind of easy for main story. Okay, let me head back over. We're gonna round 6, I guess. Okay, while we're running over, it genuinely, if anyone watching is a Final Fantasy 14 player and is level 90, I would appreciate some help because I can't get through this myself. I keep on getting targeted by like everything in the settlement without me even like trying. Everyone just like targets me. I knew that in infiltrating like tribal quest areas are usually a bit of a pain in the ass, but that's like, I didn't remember it being this frustrating. I was hoping to do Ravana before the end of stream, but if I can't get through Ravana by the end of stream, then I guess we might not be able to see him. It's a shame because Ravana has one of my favorite battle musics. Okay. And again, if anyone, just saying this again before I start doing my stealth mission stuff again, if you are available in Final Fantasy and want to like help clear the way for me, I would really appreciate it. I'm in Midgard Sommer for anyone who wants to know. North American Data Center. Ah. Good start. Good start. I love enemies that target by sight, except in this instance. It's easy to sneak by them, but like when they see you, they sure do see you. Okay. Go. I'm just gonna take this one out. see me. I'm not here. I'm not here. I don't exist. Okay, get this guy out. This would be a lot easier if I had Tactician, but I don't, because I'm one level before Tactician, and one level and quest away from Tactician. I need to do a Machinist quest before I can get it, but I'm almost there. Okay. Ah, god damn it. Who looked at me? Hey. I'm gonna have to kill one of these guys. I'm just gonna do it. Like, I could do some leveling, but also I don't want to. I should be able to do this when I'm level 55 right now. I should be able to do this. Should have been able to do this as a level 52 or 53. Yeah, this is 53 quest. God damn it. Okay, let's kick this guy. He's not gonna move. Alright. That one done. Okay, I'm just gonna slowly take these out. Since apparently just sneaking means everyone's gonna, like, look at you at once. Okay, alright. There's like a... Here's what got me before. Like, all of them, like, looked at me. And there's like 15,000 people up here. There you go. I'm gonna take out this one dude over here. Hello. That park over here too. I think I might be able to be golden with this. Unless someone else decides to target me. I hope not. But this looks like it's gonna be the money attempt. There we go. Alright, let's wait. We're getting captured. We get captured now. That should be sufficient. We did not have our host's full attention before. We must surely have it now. After all, you died 6 times to get here, Ner. Our audience for the primal may be granted soon after our capture. Pray advise me once you have sealed your mind for the battle to come. Alright. Let's go, Lord of the Hive. You are prepared then. I've been prepared. I've been stuck here for 6 attempts. My corpses line the path here. Hold here, Ner. When the next Nath come, we offer no resistance. Oh god, I'm having more flashbacks now. I remember when they surrounded me like this before. Surrender, intruders, there's no escape. Enough. We surrender. We throw ourselves upon the mercy of your god. Alright guys, are you ready? Are you ready to meet the primal that everyone is very horny for? Because he's coming soon. They seem eager to proceed. Good. When they take us before their lord, pray leave matters to me. If what I know of summoning rituals holds true, I shall be well placed to act. Mark the sound of the river rushing through the ravine behind us. Passing loud, is it? I imagine the noise would serve to mask our escape should we need to withdraw temporarily. But you are prepared, are you not? I do hope so. If I were to be dragged away for sacrifice while you were haggling over the price of potions, I would not be amused. Basically saying that we can leave and like get shit while we're technically captured. Well, I dismissed Master Alfino's concerns. I confess I did wonder how the Nath might treat their prisoners. Happily, it would seem they are not wont to harm sacrifices, nor even to disarm them. Plainly, they imagine their god invulnerable. The plan goes better than expected. Try to escape and we'll break your fleshy legs. Flesh. Oh, he says the same thing. Okay, so that's how we exit. But, head through here. We can start the cutscene. God, she's so small next to Ysayle. Giant woman right next to me.
Now we have but to wait.
Yay! Voice acting! my throat gets a break. Hi, Apple. How you doing? Hope having a fantastic one. Oh.
Oh, Lord Ravana, master of the sacred blades, wrath of the colony, conqueror of the world, hear our prayer.
All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go, Cabal. 5 minutes of Cabal.
Pray grant unto your devoted children the gift of your divine presence.
All right, everyone, you ready, Cabal? This primal, Cabal, is the primal everyone likes, Cabal. For reasons, Cabal. Steel yourself, Cabal. I just like his boss music, Cabal. So I'm ready to jam, Cabal.
He comes.
The Cooper theme is my absolute favorite theme in this entire platform, Cabal. Oh my god, Cabal. You just really like Moogles, Cabal. Ah, here he comes, Cabal. I don't think y'all are ready, Cabal. I love Moogles, Cabal. So do I, Cabal. Oh, there he is, Cabal.
All strength to the colony. Speak and I shall listen.
Little do you know that this character is very popular, Kupo.
Oh, glorious general, we have captured intruders and would make unto you an offering of their life's blood.
These feeble fleshlings dared to invade Natlands.
Yeah, Kupo.
Hear me, Lord Ravana. My companion and I did not come to contest your children's territory. We wished only to learn the reason you wage war against the dragons.
The
wouldst flirt with death merely to satisfy thy curiosity?
Yeah, well.
Wherefore should the glorious conquests of the Nath concern thee so, Elezen?
You're just curious, Cabal.
Mayhap thine own kind struggle against the worms fareth poorly, and thou art desirous of a pact.
We crave no alliance, Lord Ravana. Only peace. We would bring an end to our war with the dragons. Yet so long as they remain embroiled in this conflict with your children, our goal shall remain out of reach.
Hey, Isael. Maybe bargaining with the war god isn't the best of your ideas, Cabal. Just maybe.
Never before have the Nath risen up in such numbers, and never yet with you at their head. Why do you lead them to war?
Thy question hath no meaning. To live is but to fight. Long have my children waited, gathering their strength in the shadow of thy ceaseless conflict. The Nath would see the Dravanians slain, and their territories secured. And by such fervent prayers am I now given form.
As I feared, your very existence is an obstacle to our goal. Since you are so fond of fighting, we challenge you, Lord of the Nath.
Yeah, let's kick his ass, Cabal.
And should we emerge the victors, I would have you swear to withdraw your soldiers from Dravanian soil.
Thou art bold indeed to risk thy fleshy hide so readily. Very well. I, Ravana, fourfold master of the blade, to accept thy challenge.
Hell yeah, Cabal. Let's fight Ravana, Cabal.
But should I emerge the victor, I would have thee swear to serve in mine army till thy last breath is spent. Do you accept?
Hell yeah, Cabal. Cabal. Alright, that's it. Thank you for the redeem, Cabal.
I do. And I believe the first bout is mine.
After logging into Final Fantasy 14, I'm at level 30 on the level 16 quest, Fire in the Gloom, Cabal. So even I don't have... You don't even have a chocobo yet! No! Isael? Isael? Oh, Giant Wolf is coming back. Oh, we love to see it. Yeah! Shiva!
What is this? A god clad in flesh?
Yeah. It's Shiva, bitch.
Is aught amiss, my lord? Thou wilt not break thy word, I trust.
Mine oath is unbending as steel, little goddess. Thy ruse will but add to mine enjoyment.
Yeah, get his ass, Shiva. Oh no. Get frozen. Binge. Shiva? Shiva? You good? What did I miss? Shiva's getting her ass beat.
I thought myself stronger. Mayhap with more crystals?
Now we sail.
Be thou god or maid, thou art nothing to me. And what of thee, mortal? Art thou warrior or craven?
Let's kick his ass, dude. All right. Next boss battle is Ravana. So let's defend Isael.
A warrior then? Good! Mayhap thou will provide more sport than thy feeble companion.
Losing in a cutscene is sure a sign of skill issue. Definitely, definitely. Yeah, one of Ravana's phases is one of my favorite primal boss musics. It's really good. Yeah, let's jump right into it after this cutscene wraps. Hopefully the queue won't be too long. Hopefully. All right. New regular duty. Let's go. Forgive me, I was overconfident. Overconfidant. The priest, hello? The wrath of the colony is undefeated. Victory to the death. Saying that a little too soon. Oh, 5 minutes. That's not anything. Yeah, when I first played Final Fantasy like through for the first time, and I got to Ravana, I was like, oh man, that's a really cool boss battle. I really like the music and stuff. And then I forget who it was. It was either it was probably Tenten or Vel, where they're just like, hey, do you want to know a fun fact about Ravana? And I was like, what about Ravana? And they're just like, everyone really likes Ravana. Like, like really likes him. I was like, but what? Why? So now I'm sharing this cursed knowledge with everyone to just let you know of the horror that I felt when I first played this game. They get me in the Final Fantasy, and then I have to learn that people are very, very attracted to Ravana in some way. Yeah, we're just chilling here for a little bit until the party forms up. Hopefully it won't take too long. Yeah, let me check something. All right, yeah, so I'm really excited. I earlier got a message from my art mama for my live 2D model, and basically tomorrow I was supposed to get a sketch today, but she messaged me saying that she's taken, like, she needs a little bit more time. So tomorrow I'm getting like the first sketch of my live 2D model that I'll ever get. So I'm very, very excited to see it. Yeah, it's been a long time coming for the live 2D, so I'm very excited for my art to finally be getting started. I am innocent and I have no way to understand this down bad thought process. Me neither. That's so exciting. Yeah, I'm really, really excited. It's like, it's been such a long time coming, because like getting to this point has been such like a long time. And then and I also have like basically everything up to my planned debut date, which I know my planned debut date. I know the date where I want to debut, and I'm not going to say it out loud because I feel like if I say it out loud, then things will start falling apart. But basically, as it stands right now, I am very well on my way to meeting that date, and it's going to be like in the fall. So fall debut, everything's already lined up. The art should be done by a certain time. Then I have this wonderful rigging artist by the name of Squishy Lope, who I'm already on board with. do all my live 2D rigging. Yeah, exactly. Shout out Squishy. She really deserves it. She's an amazing rigging artist. She just finished up her own model, which is like a really complex Swanee model, which is like, oh my god, it's gonna be amazing. And I'm also like on the side of like the live 2D process, I'm also working on my lore video, like getting all the art together. I got some of my art pieces back, so I have some finalized art pieces to use for the lore video. I'm waiting on like one more thing for the audio, and then once all my audio is in, I'm going to be editing it, and it's been really fun to get it all together. Just like a lot of working parts that I need to keep track of. So many things. There we go. There's Ravana. A lot of things to keep track of, but like as things start falling into place, like the cogs come into the wheel, it's so good. No better feeling right now. All right. I love the music in this one, so please enjoy it. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Ravana. Great.
To the song of green steel.
Who decided to start giving villains harpsichords in their themes are clearly wrong. I mean, this theme is really good. There's two parts to it, so this is only the first part. Ow.
Furious as a blaze.
Oh, well. Oh. I think the second part of this... Second part is soonish? No. I thought we were about to change phases, but it wasn't. Wasn't meant to be. I'm not gonna pop that yet. I have a turret up. Ow. Oh my god, oh my god. I have to run away from like other people's I kept on to run away from an AoE. I feel like she would have won that fight. She has given it a handicap fight. I'm never moving from her spot during the fight. Yeah. Now, shout out to that one person who kept bringing their AoE over to me. Okay. Just fighting all these butterflies. She had to use a giant shield, use its decor. I know she like summoned that shield and then didn't use it at all. It just kind of vanished. Alright. Here we go. Next part coming up.
Rejoice in the glory of combat!
Okay, I love this song. Please enjoy it.
Unyielding as the earth!
Oh. Half the party just dropped up. That should be it. Makes me want to drown a tankard of grog alongside him during a fight. Honestly, yeah.
Thus does the sacred rite of combat proclaim the victor. I lay my blades at thy feet, child of man.
Alright, and there goes Ravana. Yeah, like, Ravana's vocals are very much like a very low operatic voice. Not sure if it's opera, but, oh, I tried to give you a comp, my dude, but you're just too fast. Bye, Nath. Hey, Sail! Yay!
You do not disappoint, warrior of light. Would that I had your skill in battle. I do begin to see why so many place their faith in you. For all his savagery, I do not think Ravana one to break his word. Provided the dragons do not trespass upon Nath lands, they should have little to fear of the Primal's biting blades. We have done well, have we not? Come, let us return to Vidofnir and share these glad tidings.
Oh. God damn, it's always the Asians.
Once more you achieve the impossible, bringer of light. But with every mortal heart that succumbs to fear and fury, another voice is joined to the chorus, beseeching divine succor.
Okay, well...
At their bidding, warring gods will shake the firmament, and your world will be consumed in the swelling storm of chaos.
Chaos. Okay, bye. Thank you for the wise words said to nobody, at Miss Asian. Listen here, lady with your Kingdom Hearts style. Kingdom Hearts. Never since we first fought have I seen you draw upon the full extent of your power, and never from afar till this day. You were a marvel to behold, Nur. Well, 'tis time we rejoined our companions. They'll be eager to hear the tale and to continue our journey. Okay. So, let's... Oh, we're... Shit, I thought we were going to the settlement. I was looking forward to a teleport, but I guess we're not getting that right now. So, we have to walk all the way up here. Yeah, we defeated a primal. I think this is the first boss battle. The first, like, actual duty. Let me check. Yeah, very first duty of Heavensward. Which is cool. First boss battle. Nice. I think... No, we did that one optional dungeon for Heavensward so far. Yeah, Dusk Vigil is optional. So we actually didn't... we haven't done our first dungeon of Heavensward that's like required content. I'm surprised that the first dungeon of Heavensward is optional. I forgot that was a thing. Like, technically not optional if you want to have flying capabilities, but optional if you don't care, which I don't know why you wouldn't care. I don't know why you wouldn't care when it comes to flying in Heavensward areas. The expansion that introduced flying, but... Alright, let's... Okay, I guess I can't jump over that. Ignore me. I just want to go report my things to the Nath. Like the good guy Nath, not the ones that beat me up 6 times. Okay, let's head up here. And we'll report our findings and have that sightseeing point still mock us. Hi, Stinian, what do you have to say for yourself? The Ant-Man's god has fallen then? Impressive, warrior of light. Nur, Lady Sail, thank the 12. Lord Ravana, you say? How curious that the Vath never mentioned his name, and you are quite sure he will keep his word. There's honor, but I was like, I got into Tuesday reading moment where I was like, okay, someone else voices that, when nobody's ever voiced other things except when I do collab-y stuff with like other players. There was an honor beneath the savagery. That we'd survived the encounter was all was a miracle I must attribute to Nur. Never did I doubt you, warrior of light. Unlike some, you're gone so long that Master Alphino here nigh lost his wits with worry. Writing like a maid for a sweetheart he was. Estinian, was that truly necessary? Ha ha ha! Not truly necessary, but certainly true. Ahem. What matters is that the primal is vanished, Nur promise fulfilled. We shall return to Vidolfnir without delay. Lest you forget, this was but a means to secure an audience with the worm Hraesvelgr. Nidhogg's minions will not be halted by idle chatter. Come now, we must make every moment count. You are unkind, Justinian. For all his experience and intellect, Alfino is still but a boy. Alright. Quest complete. What's the next quest? Oh, my mount speed increased. Oh, thank God. This one gives me the last ether current so I can fly after this quest. Oh goodness, I can fly after this quest. Shall we be on our way to Annex Shrine then? I would not have the dragons think that we have forgotten our bargain. Alright, so I think this blue quest over here, I think, yeah, this one unlocks the tribal quests for the Nath. So we're not doing tribal quests in this account because I have done so many tribal quests on my main account. I refuse to do that again. I've done my time. I am not touching it again. But we're here, so let's go and deliver the good news to the dragons. I am very excited to fly. I really want to fly. That's my motivation for everything. You should be the one to break the news. The victory was yours after all. Godolphinir will be pleased to hear Lord Ravana's defeat, and of his pledge to recall his soldiers. Will the dragon now honor her word? That remains to be seen. Hello, we killed it. Thou art returned, little one. Hast thou abandoned thine ill-conceived contest with the Nath? Nay, my friend, we return in triumph. By Nur's hand was the beastman's god, Lord Ravana, laid low. In his overconfidence, the Primal swore to withdraw his followers from your lands in the event of his defeat, a promise we believe he will keep. The Nath shall trouble you no longer. The deity is slain, then. How didst thou contend with his biting blades? But the particulars matter not. Thou hast fulfilled thy promise, and I shall fulfill mine. Attend to me, mortals. Flee you into the deepest reaches of morn, and there ye shall find Halo, the altars from which ye begin your ascent to the summit of Solm All. But be fairly warned, the minions of Nidhogg shall not lightly suffer your presence on the sacred mount. By your struggles within the cavern shall I judge your party possessed of sufficient fortitude to proceed. We shall not disappoint you, Vidofnir. If memory serves, the Cavern of Morn is entered from the second floor of the central tower. Let us begin the climb. I want you to know... What do you want me to know, 1010? Creepy Dolvis... Creepy Dolvis at the Free Company house? Oh, goodness. Well, you know what that means? We have a creepy doll for life. You know, sometimes you find a cursed object and... Oh... Hi, Veteran Pirates! How you doing, everything? Fantastic one. Are we having a good time in our Free Company? I forget how long this quest is. I hope this isn't a dungeon. We haven't had a dungeon yet, but I don't want to do one right now. Oh yes, the creepy explored all the rooms. Oh yes, yes, I love that. Oh, not the aquarium. No. Don't haunt the fish. I should have used a mount going up there. But look at me. Okay. Have to go up here. At the very least, I'm moving faster right now. I still would like to fly, though. Flying, I miss you so much. For real, for real. Okay, I honestly never go back here. I don't think I've gone back here since I finished Heavensward the first time with my main. And yet... Oh yeah, I remember this area. I'd never go here. I want to mention that Nidhogg is from Norse mythology. Nidhogg is the dragon that gnaws at the roots of the world tree. Oh, interesting. Oh shit, a sightseeing point. Yeah, a lot of Final Fantasy terms generally comes from different mythologies around. Shiva's one example. What is it called again? Shit. What's the email? Let me get it pulled up. It's lookout. It's lookout. No, wait, I think this one's prey. Yep, it's prey. Got it. Hello. Well done, little one. As promised, I shall open the way to Solmal's summit for thee and thy companions. Oh! We can go up. Heed me now, children of man. The domain you seek to enter hath not seen visitors of your kind in nigh on 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcomed. To my kin, the mountain is revered as holy ground and resting place both. Were ye the minions of Nidhogg during your ascent, for 'tis certainly shall take great offense at your intrusion. We are grateful for your warnings, gentle Vinofnir. My final words are for thee, Dragoon. Have care to keep the stolen power thou wieldest in check, lest it breed further despair. Estinian? The way is open. Let us not tarry here. Estinian, you should listen a moment. Shall we blindly forge on, knowing the dangers that await us? Tioman herself is set to guard this peak. I do not fear Nidhogg's consort. Any dragon foolish enough to bar our path shall feel the sting of my lance. Spoken like a true butcher. Need I remind you that we are come to parley a peace? Let us be clear, heretic. 'Twas to save Ishgard and her people that I first lent my support to this doubtful venture, and 'tis for their sake I now go to speak with Hrasfogir. But I said nothing of Tioman. Should the opportunity present itself to rid my people of one of their deadliest enemies, I shall take it. That is my duty as the Azure Dragoon. You are beyond redemption. We will accomplish nothing by bickering. If we are to meet with Hrasfogir, our path leads up the mountain. We shall defend ourselves if we attack, but avoid conflict wherever possible. What other choice do we have? Nod. Shrug. Anger. Solmal now accessible, so this I forgot this was a duty. Alright. I feel the weight of Dravanian rancor pressing down upon me. That dragon lost to anger but is beyond all control. This I learned to my sorrow when I unleashed the horde upon Ishgard. We shall defend ourselves as attack but avoid conflict wherever possible, whatever the choice we have. Okay, so our next objective is getting through the next dungeon. The first required dungeon of Heaven's Ward, but I think I'm going to be saving it for next time because it is very late for me. So let's see who we're going to raid for tonight and call it for the evening. Let's see who's online at this time of the night on a Friday. Huh. Let's let's see. Dude, there's a lot of people online. I'm genuinely surprised. Usually I am not used to so many people being online right now. So we are going to raid. Tonight we'll be raiding Errol. Errol is currently streaming Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. Thank you for the lovely stream there. Yeah, thank you for stopping in. Thank you everyone for hanging out tonight. It's good to get some good progress on Heaven's Word done on this alt. And I'm hoping for more progress as we're going. So currently we're on level 53 right now. Let me check. What is it? What is this dungeon? Yeah, we're currently in level 53 content, so that means we're well on our way to getting to like the meat of Heaven's Ward. So I'm very, very excited to get to that part, those parts in particular. So let us head on over to Errol and enjoy the rest of the night, everyone. Next stream's probably over this weekend or on Monday. I do have a major announcement. It'll be posted on Twitter like on Wednesday or Thursday. But basically something really exciting is happening at the end of the month. So pay attention to my Twitter. If you do not already follow, it's in my Twitch description stuff. But major announcement happening there. But yeah, see you guys later. And I did not mean to open that. And see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.